But it's time to continue with the Rocket League Championship Series, the final day for North American League play as the storylines all unfold. Upcoming right now, NRG versus Take-3, a best of 5 with the commentary, Shogun and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
It is crunch time now for Take-3 in a series that they cannot afford to get swept in whatsoever. They take on a team not only known for sweeping teams, but they completely whitewashed Denial back in week number 3, I believe it was, not even allowing a single goal against them.
Yeah, very, very dangerous. But NRG, this is kind of their first game of the day. They're going to have to come in aggressive. Something that they've always done very well has been their shots coupled with their defense. And I'm not talking about saves, I'm talking about not even allowing shots to happen for the other team in general.
Yep.
It's something they are absolutely phenomenal on, and that's something that if they were talking for Espeon doesn't get those early goals, it could spell trouble. Take-3 is a team that needs everybody to be active, and if Espeon's taken out, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, they certainly do. Espeon has been the tip of the spear, so you could speak for Take-3, but he does need the rest of that spear available to actually offer him the opportunity to score. Not a player necessarily known for creating the opportunity by himself. Garrett's going to try and immediately put that one in. And that's going to be a wake-up call for Take-3. NRG are a team that can strike whenever, wherever.
Well, to reiterate, NRG, if they win, they are in top 2 and going to land this game, meaning everything for them.
Yeah, they do not expect them to take this slow at all. They've also got their game against G2 coming up next. As Vince misses that ball entirely, Jacob leaves that one for Garrett, who puts that one up high. Tries to follow, but can't do anything with it. Fireburner, early shot from him. And a demo onto Zane-Jackie as well on the background. That's going to force Vince to come through and take up that spot in the rotation. Start of this game is 100% NRG.
Another shot on net. Garrett's going to get a goal.
That is incredible start there from NRG, refusing to remove themselves from the blue half. And the attempted pass away there did not work, straight into the oncoming jaws of Garrett, one of the best shooting players of the previous season. Finally starting to move himself and get more adjusted as we've seen him over the last couple of weeks with his new teammates. I'll tell you what, if this is a team that is finally gelling together properly, that is a scary thought for everyone.
Yeah, they've been able to squeak by. We talk about, and how we've been kind of saying all day, that these teams so far have needed everybody to perform really well. But NRG's been a team that's been able to get away with it. Both Jacob and Fireburner have been able to really pick it up, as Garrett kind of just sits back and plays some defense and then asserts himself with shots, and a lot of those shots. Even though he hasn't been able to find the net, they're still finding the wins, but he is trying to put on that pressure early here.
Yes, NRG, one of the teams with, pretty much one of the only teams as well, with enough quality on their team where even if only 2 players really show up in a matchup, they can still take the win. As Jacob's going to just pass that one over to the side. Look out for Jacob across the field. Probably one of the best players in both leagues at controlling the ball and lifting it above into dangerous areas. As they've been tucked into their final third. Finally, Take-3 trying to get it away. Jacob tries to take this one away from Zane-Jackie. That clearance has come through. Now Vince looking for the setup. He's got it off the backboard, but Garrett will happily clear that one away. And Take-3 struggling right now to put anything together as they've just been squeezed into their own end.
Yeah, those rotations coming in on defense just a little bit late as they try to pick a pass play happen in the midfield, but the pressure's still on for Take-3 as Vince denies that boost, and it gets moved back down into their territory. A demo coming out. Fireburner taken out.
Yeah, but it just shows exactly what Take-3 specializes in. Those incredible passing plays. If a defender was not there to charge that one down, it could have been in almost immediately. As Take-3 still only find themselves a goal down with half of this game left to play. Zane-Jackie's got Espeon to look for. Espeon picks up the ball, but he's not going to hit it first time. Instead allows to take it into the corner, and Vince is not going to be anywhere near that before Garrett can turn it in. And away to the other end. Demo from Zane-Jackie, or onto Zane-Jackie, I should say. This Fireburner's going to leave it. We can see here NRG refusing to overcommit upfield. They realize Take-3 have to come to them. Zane forced to get the save onto that. He's actually managed to get it into the corner. Impressive there from Zane-Jackie, but it still might not be enough. Getting into the corner only means it's a short reprieve from your opponent's offense. You actually still need to get it away. Fireburner can find Jacob, but Vince with a save. And Take-3 just launching it long yet again. I'm not a fan of this offensive strategy.
No, we talk about just wanting to hit it hard, and Take-3 is doing just that. as soon as they clear the ball, it moves downfield, but then someone on this Take 3 team isn't there to follow it up. It's immediately met, usually by Garrett, who plays it right back in, and then the pressure yet again from NRG as Jacob gets that over the top.
Yeah, and that's not going to be followed up at all. Firebird turns that one in for a simple goal, and Take 3, they look rattled.
This team from NRG has two players that, in my opinion, are pretty much fighting each other for the MVP this season between Fireburner and Jacob. And it probably is going to come down to how these guys play this week. But how do you choose? Like, both of them working so well together to get that goal.
Yep, I think both of them consider the LAN to be much more important at this point. Maybe start fighting for it in the G2 game if they've already made it.
Yeah, might want to go to LAN first before you get MVP, right?
That's going to actually sneak into the bottom corner. Take 3 right now are all over the shop.
Well, apparently Garrett wants to be considered too, as he puts a beautiful shot far post, a floater that catches Espion off guard, not able to rotate backwards with that boost to make that save. Everybody getting involved as they're up by 3 with a minute left in this match number 1. As Espion misses a touch to Zanejackie, but he's able to play that back to Vince, who misses the shot.
There's the opportunity for the counter-attack, but not needed. And Take 3 will get louder and louder about this as we get further in the series, but this is effectively 1 game down unless they can put something immediately in. That'd leave 2 games to go. If they are swept, we'll say it again, they will be out of contention for regionals, and Genesis and Denial will clinch. There is no such thing as next game for these guys. They must get a win as quickly as possible. And even then, they have to put their head-to-head ratio when it comes to win percentage.
Well, unfortunately for them, playing this defensive isn't going to do it. I like Vince trying to maintain possession and bring that upfield. The only issue is there is an entire team of NRG just waiting for him to get that 50-50. And as soon as it happens, it pops up, and then a follow-up from Fire. Able to sneak that in. 4 down, looking into next game. Take 3 just really needs to put on some pace as they are getting out-pressured in every single way.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like they're finding each other either for passing plays to get the ball out of their own side. Espion going to put that one right over into the corner. No danger at all there for NRG. And this has been a textbook game 1 from the defending North American champions as they look to clinch their spot in top 2.
Well, last week we saw them play against Genesis and I think it was Selfless. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, Genesis and Take...
No, it was Selfless,
they're playing Take 3 now. Yes, it would be, yes.
Yeah, so they actually ended up losing to Genesis, but then they came back really strong against Selfless. And it's like those certain situations where these guys are showing up and playing really, really strong when it matters most, but like NRG has such a good position to be in, and that pressure that they have isn't, I don't think, as substantial as it is for Take 3. Like, Take 3 is like, okay, all we have to do is win 1 game.
Yeah.
But that's not the focus they're probably having. They're like, all right, we need to win. But the issue with that is, like, you're combating NRG, who not only is playing well and showing it consistently, other than, you know, Genesis, who played really well last week, they haven't dropped a game. And that's, I mean, that's a load on your shoulders, but still.
And that stat line right there, 0 shots from the entirety of Take 3. That is very scary, because that not only means that they didn't get any real opportunities, they didn't even prod. We see a lot of shots being used to try and cause like a bad save or something like that. They didn't even get in position to do that during that game.
They're the team that completely shut out Denial, too.
They are.
It's what they do best. That midfield defense is just dangerous. You have to find a way to get past it. And unfortunately, we talk about, okay, you need to slow down and maintain possession. It gives up boost, but it allows you to move upfield. Well, as soon as they move upfield, they're getting met.
Yes.
So what happens after that? You need your other teammate to be there, but they're too scared and are sitting in their box and aren't willing to come out and challenge it. They need to play quicker, otherwise NRG is going to run away with this.
So for you right now, how do Take 3 get the ball out of their half? Do they have to just launch it, or can they have to go for a team play?
Well, we've already shown that launching it doesn't work. As soon as they launch it, there's someone there and they pop it back in, usually Garrett in this circumstance. They need to get 2 players involved, whether it be playing horizontal and then a pass upfield with a long clear, or they need to do something in the midfield, because as soon as that possession goes away, NRG is going to take it, they're going to punish it for you, and then throw it down you.
So Vince try to get something on that, but Garrett was there for the immediate challenge. Jacob, he's played around in the Batmobile a little bit, and yeah, he's not playing currently in the breakout because he is absolutely annihilated. As Garrett tries to find a passing play, Zanejackie should meet that one, and he has done so. Tries to go for a block, but Jacob trying to find that back wall for the rebound, and Jacob still being a nuisance out there. mucking around with Espeon, trying to make sure that if any shot did come in, he would not be able to react to it. And this is the exact same as game one. NRG looking comfortable. That's a nice little team play, though. Almost managed to find the top right-hand corner, but that was their opportunity to move forward. Now Fireburner is going to try and trap this ball on top of his card. Ends up getting hit, but he's still got Jacob available to look for, and they've managed to force that one in.
So difficult as a defender to read that. These two working together, amazing. Fireburner with a soft touch up to himself, jumps off the wall. He can either pass that to a waiting Jacob, or he can take the shot himself. They technically kind of did both. Like, they worked together to put it in, but either way, nothing was going to stop that shot.
Yeah, giving your defensive opponent two options to go for. That's the reason why we've seen a lot of fake shots coming out recently, where someone just aerials the ball. Even if they know they can't get to it, it makes the defender make a choice. And yep, Fireburner coming in with the Doomsy Dish to get himself a goal. Zane Jackie, early shot from him. Garrett should easily trap that one against the corner. Two players in that corner as well. Will mean no one is on the rotation, so Jacob's taking his time on that one. Almost a little bit too much time, but did get himself the block. Fireburner looking for Zane Jackie. Zane Jackie takes this one. He's going to leave it by himself. What can he do with this, though? Almost seems like he was just buying time for the rest of his team to set themselves up. But now a sudden burst of pace coming out. It's going to immediately be taken away, though, by Jacob, who's now got his opportunity for a counterattack. But not much contact. It's just going to result in that one going straight over to Vince.
That fantastic pressure from Take 3 finally stopped out because of two mistakes. One doesn't get that touch, and it was played too slow. And number two, they demoed him. That rotation that was supposed to come in to keep applying that pressure from Take 3, completely removed, but a shot coming out off the crossbar. Again, missed by Espeon.
They've had two opportunities at this, leaving one player in the middle of the field, looking to try and redirect the ball towards the net. Two times they've had the opportunity for it. No one in net for NRG. Fireburner goes for the fake, but he gets blocked out by Vince. Zane Jackie now on the counterattack. Got it past one player. Can he try and follow it up? Off the backboard. Here's Espeon, their shooter, and he's managed to find the net.
So difficult of a save, but well done. Zane Jackie in that 1v1 beats out the one man he needs to, but then takes it one step further and plays a perfect pass directly back to his teammate. No one else is going to touch that first, and then Espeon doesn't play that with the hardest shot, but it's so difficult to read in that situation. The defender just tries to take as much up in the net as possible, but it doesn't work. We're all tied up in game number 2.
Yeah, none of those saves in that position are ever reactionary. It's usually just prediction and hoping that you got it correct. We are now tied up here. Take 3. Looking much better in this matchup after they initially got caught in their own end yet again, but I feel like they found the answer to getting rid of it. These passing plays straight into the middle, and they are wreaking havoc on this NRG defense. But now the backflip from Zane Jackie requires Espeon. Has he got the boost for it? Yes, he has, but he's now also gone for the setup off the backboard. Zane Jackie, though, comes in at the very last second, takes that ball away, and Vince with the clearance. Take 3, survive.
Good recognition as well to clear that out immediately. Allows his teammates to get boost and rotate back into position. You know NRG is going to do the same as they put that right back downfield, forcing Vince to make a good touch to the outside as Fireburner centers that first teammate. Jacob not in the position to get a shot, but placed in immediately by Garrett G.
Vince now over in the corner. Going to try and go for a carry, but Fireburner carries that ball right out of his hands. This is mine now, he says. Cleared over, straight over to Espeon, though, who's gone for the immediate shot. Espeon, he had partners to look for, maybe for a doink, but didn't really try for it, as Espeon, once again, the speed player on this team. Zane Jackie tries to go for the pass outfield. Jacob got to try and reach that one first, and he has managed to do so. So all the way down to the other end of the field. We are all tied up with 1 minute remaining. As here we go, one more passing play. Jacob tried to follow it up. We've seen him do that before, even during tournaments this week.
Fantastic plays coming out, and then these soft touches, just misdirection and a shot saved by Espeon. What a play from NRG, denied by Take 3 yet again.
Yeah, but NRG have not gone away just yet. They will now try and squeeze this team into their final third. That clearance comes through, but only over to Garrett. That's not great contact, though. Zane Jackie looks for Espeon, but Garrett was in the way of that. However, Take 3 still have their opportunity here. Gets beat out to that one by Fireburner. Ball now played up high, still tied up, 20 seconds remaining in this matchup. Fireburner over to Jacob. Jacob puts that one up high. But Zane Jackie's actually ended up missing that. Espeon's also passed that straight out to Garrett, who puts that one above the net. An opportunity there for NRG caused by silly mistakes by Take 3. as Espeon puts this one up. Is there going to be any rebounds? Zanjaki leaves it. Garrett ends up missing it, and Vince not in position to take a shot. He's still got it on his hood, though. Can take it the whole way. No! Just loses the dribble.
Game number 2 going into overtime. No one able to find the net. Just so much defense stopping these out. But look at the difference in Take 3 this game. Passes in a shot just off the crossbar again. Barely missing it.
Zanjaki over into the corner. Garrett puts that one up. He's managed to find that a difficult position, though. Espeon has to deal with it. And that is a lovely, long, looping clearance from him. Jacob gets bumped mid-air, still able to get contact, though. As NRG, they have the potential to overcommit here. Espeon clears it over. As Fireburner actually had plenty of boost, so he was completely fine. And here we go. The siege starting to come out from NRG. Jacob, he's got options available, tries to go for the shot. That's been passed straight out. Shot to target, and Fireburner clinches this game for NRG.
One step closer to going to land. They need one more game. So unfortunate, though, for Take 3. That game was so close for them to stay alive, but NRG has other plans.
NRG, if they can now go on to win one more game, they will clinch top 2. But just as importantly, Take 3 have to win this next game.
Much better than last game. 8 shots as compared to 0 for Take 3, but NRG really picking up the pace. Pass plays inside, soft flicks, just misdirection everywhere, but still held off. We're talking 9 saves for Take 3 on that game.
Yeah, it really is a case right now of those long sieges on the net are really starting to take their toll on Take 3. All it takes is one mistake, one ball off the backboard, one failed clearance, and you leave yourself open to a shot from any one of these players, any one of these players who are fantastic shooters. That is the problem right now faced by Take 3, and they have to win. Otherwise, they are out. Yeah. Genesis and Denial would clinch if NRG go 3-0.
Well, it's so unfortunate because these subtle shots are just a little bit off for Take 3, but we're going to touch back. I know you guys had your own little show, you and Carpet, and you guys talked a lot about how the meta works. And to bring it back to that in realization, like, NRG is doing exactly that.
I thought you were about to have a go at me then.
Garrett is sitting way back. He's not coming up as that third man. He's not coming into the play. But despite that, it still allows Jacob and Fireburner to do what they want. And they're playing despite almost extremely passive. It's working out. It's very unique to see when normally we saw at the beginning of the season, Garrett would come up, he would take the shot, even if it wouldn't go in, they then got punished for it, but it still came through. We saw it a lot in community tournaments, but they're taking that more subtle approach to it, and it's paying off.
It is really paying off, and honestly, if you're going to leave one player around to make sure no mistakes happen, Garrett is a very good pick for that.
Mechanically insane.
And he's also one of the players of, if you need time wasted whilst you return on the rotation, he's pretty good at that as well. He can just pick that one up for the dribble as Espeon tries to take this one just over the top. We are going to take ourselves onto Utopia Coliseum for this matchup, and that's going to be early dangerous. Garrett tries to follow that one up. Now Jacob follows it as well. And this is the problem facing Take 3. Free Pong offense coming out from NRG.
One after another. Subtle touch from Fireburner to maintain possession. Garrett goes for the shot, doesn't work out. And then that last man coming in, Jacob. And despite all that, even if it doesn't work out, you know they're immediately back on defense. It's where this pressure comes through that makes them so dangerous. Take 3 has to do something. We saw a demo come into play that worked for them. They need to get back to that, otherwise it is going to be dangerous. As a fake comes out for Vince, and now he's just going to back out.
And now the alarm bells must start ringing for Take 3. This is must win for them. Espeon misses that from being a good clearance. That's going to be a pass straight out. A demo onto Vince as well. It's going to ruin the defensive rotation for this squad. As the ball cleared all the way away, NRG have their opportunity to put more pressure on to give themselves more of a cushion. As Vince clears that one out. Jacob, once again, and Fireburner taking out Espeon. It's more often than not a 2v3, and this is becoming really difficult for Take 3 to deal with. They find themselves further behind.
So much aggression in every side, but Jacob with that touch, pitches it off the ground, plays it to himself, takes another tap, and then off that wall. 2 defenders in net, not sure what to do, nobody contesting, and then Fireburner with the placement, something he is notorious for, that bottom left corner.
And it's these demos now ruining everything for this Take 3 squad. As they try and long clear it, that's not going to do anything of any real damage to NRG. Passing play comes through, 1, 2, 3, but Garrett was bumped and was not able to get towards that ball. Vince hasn't got anyone to look for, just tries to go for a flick play. That's been left actually. Jacob will pick the pieces up on that one. Take 3 are choking.
If you give NRG an opportunity, they will seize it. That play inside, no one contesting it, just right over the top of Zanjaki. I assume he's thinking, okay, his teammate behind him is a net. He's going to rotate through and contest this. It doesn't happen. Jacob, as you said, picks up the pieces and scores a goal.
So they find themselves at a huge deficit. We've still got plenty of game, though, left to play, as Vince will try and get one of those goals back. Ball played down. Can Zainjaki get himself a double touch? No, Espion, though, is available. But Jacob with the block. Now, once again, comes forward. Goes for the long shot, and actually that would have gone straight in if Garrett didn't get that extra touch. Now Vince went for the dribble, and he then got demolished for his troubles. As Fireburner tries to follow this up. That's going to be on target for Espion. Crucial save from him. I believe 4-0 would just be the nail in the coffin at that point.
For him to get that touch as well with that much power, but a pinch coming down, is it going to pay off? It does!
Sometimes you just have to hope, and that is exactly what that is. Garrett coming from that one, and he just pinches that one against Vince all the way down to the other end, and it doesn't matter how you get it. That is hope for Take 3.
Back within 2 with 3 minutes left. Take 3 needing a win to stay alive in the RLCS. Trying to fight it as big. Oh, Espion almost over and then under, but it doesn't pay off.
2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here. As we look for the miracle comeback to happen. Espion put that one towards his own net. Vince, crucial touch there from him. And more demolishes coming out. Espion tries to take this one over the top, but too slow to beat Garrett. Played over to Jacob, who's going to look for that one off the backboard. Fireburner is ready if there is a mistake, but still pinching that one against the wall. Should leave it completely safe. Garrett follows that one up. He's put that one down as well. But NRG, with probably the most passive siege I've ever seen, just keeping it in their opponent's end, not really trying to force anything else.
At this point, they really don't need to. They're able to just play it, keep that pressure up. Because, I mean, we're talking another minute already gone in the game, but with pass plays and pressure like that.
Way.
What a play from these two yet again.
This is how you do teamwork. Over to Jacob, straight back down to Fireburner, who hits it with that big old rear end of the Batmobile into the middle of the net. Take 3. Your mountain has been set. The gauntlet is on the ground. How do you respond? The only answer that is correct to that one would be 3 more goals and winning it in overtime. As Espion trying to find a teammate. That's going to be a backflip there from Jacob. Fireburner tries to take this the entire way. He puts that one down, tries to get a follow-up dribble. Didn't quite work out. That is a shot onto target. And you hate to see this kind of thing happen.
Unbelievable plays from this NRG squad. You see Jacob round that corner, denies the boost, but he's like, you know what? I don't even need it. I'm just going to put a perfect shot top right at this ridiculous angle and make it as difficult as possible for Take 3 to win.
NRG putting out the statement right now to their opponents. Up next, them versus G2 Esports in what is considered by many to be the battle for #1 in the region. And what a statement they've put out so far. Zainjaki looking for the pass over to Vince, who was nowhere near. A minute and 25 seconds remaining here. Espion gets off the backboard. Is there any follow-up? No, there is not. That's going to be a very slow one. Not on target either. It's Fireburner with the clearance. Garrett taking this even further. That's a mistake there from Zainjaki. Jacob with the flick over the top. Almost like a drop shot style of play there. As we see an extra shot coming from Fireburner.
Take 3 trying to stay alive. Espion plays this downfield, but immediately read by Garrett. So he gets put right back in their zone. This NRG team, one play after another, one touch after another. Just not allowing this Take 3 team to breathe.
And Take 3 is almost completely out of boost here. How can they possibly do anything about it? I think Zainjaki had their very last, and yet using the wall to try and clear it away, but more boost has been stolen from them. Garrett puts that over into the middle. 36 seconds remaining here. Fireburner over into the corner and cleared away by his NRG teammate, Jacob. As Espion, it's now just clawing for anything. Garrett G and the rest of NRG have torn the dream to shreds. And Take 3, they've tried what they might, and they had a great week last week. It's just NRG standing head and shoulders above.
Unfortunately, too little, too late for Take 3, as they, after these seconds wind down, are officially out of RLCS League play. Well done by them, but even bigger congratulations to our first team, guaranteed to go to the LAN, NRG.
Congratulations indeed. NRG convincing from them, dominant from them. They take it apart, and look at those stats. Jacob, 9 shots in one game.
Not even that. They held Take 3 to 3 shots, who Espeon only got. But as a total, as a team, 19 shots. Good luck with that pressure.
Yes.
Just good luck. You're not going to win, but good luck.
Yep, certainly isn't. So Take 3, after making land last season, they are officially out. And that is certainly a shame to see. But NRG, as you mentioned earlier, are through. To break this entire thing down, let us go over to Axel Toss and the rest of the desk.
Thank you, Shogun and Lawler, and congrats to NRG picking up where they left off at the top of the North American region. They're the champions last season and looking really good this season. As Shogun mentioned, they are the first team to be locked in to the World Championships happening in Los Angeles at the Wiltern. And a little bit tough there to see Take 3 go out the way that they did, showing so much promise last week. We even got to talk to Espeon on the stream, a great interview, but ultimately NRG just too good.
But also, congratulations to Denial and Genesis, both clinching a playoff berth because Take 3 went 0-3 there. So rough loss for them. They looked so good last week. They just beat G2 to basically stay alive in these playoff conversations, but they couldn't put it together in back-to-back weeks. And unfortunate for them, this was just kind of a stomp, to be fair.
I mean, it really was. NRG was at their prime, as we rarely see them not at their prime. I was not surprised to see them really take it to Take 3 this promisingly. But I mean, it is that struggle of, could they have gotten a single win again against G2 if they're able to beat them? You know what I mean? You'd think they would maybe be able to do a single one, but I think just too much pressure on the line towards the end. You look at a team like NRG, there really was no pressure. They know they've already qualified for playoffs, and at this point, they just want top 2.
The hardest part was that game 1. Take 3 is the team warmed up and coming in strong, at least, relatively, versus NRG. In game 1, Take 3 gets 0 shots. And as soon as we saw that win, it's like, well, this is not looking good for Take 3. It's going to be tough. Then they lose the overtime games, so they did bounce back a bit. But that game 1 was so important for them since they were the warmed-up team. They should have a better chance at it. They didn't get the win there. They didn't get a win at all, and now they're done.
Yeah, Take 3 out of RLCS. They're joining Set to Destroy in the bottom 2 of league play. But for the rest of the day, there's some things that have to shake up. We still don't know automatically who's going to be the second team advancing to the World Championship. Is it G2? We're going to find out, because G2, if they lose twice, then it opens up a little bit for the rest of the field as far as top 2 is concerned. But slowly but surely, we are getting all of these conclusions to be made in this version of the RLCS. Of course, we have 2 matches to go, and coming up next, NRG is going to be coming back to the pitch. This time, though, they're playing against G2, 2 of the top teams in North America. This should be a doozy. Stay tuned. You're watching twitch.tv/Rocket League, the final day of league play for North America. We come back. It's G2 versus NRG.